Hey everybody, I'm back. I'm so thrilled that you've joined me. You know, we've had an amazing experience traveling across the country together and meeting Renata students in their own market, talking about their own deals. And when you have an opportunity to really get a look from the inside to what's going on with each of the students in Renata's, you're probably thinking to yourself, hey, you know what? There's something real going on here. Well, I am here to tell you that yes, you are right. And now it's time for me to kind of take you behind the scenes just a little bit and show you how we've built this amazing educational program that we have in Renata's to assist you in going out there and driving success in real estate. So let's dive right into it, but not before we make the lawyers happy, right? Here's what we want to do. I want to just make sure you guys understand. Listen, I am not a licensed attorney, accountant, financial advisor, broker, or any other licensed individual, and I do not play one on TV. Even if I had a license, I'm certainly not acting in that capacity, and therefore I will not discuss or provide any specific counsel, advice, or instruction that would apply to specific individuals, because the whole presentation is intended to be informational and really kind of general in information. Renata's recommends that you engage the services of professionals whenever you make any kind of a decision, right? Especially when it's a financial decision. So with that out of the way, I want to dive right into it and, well, help you get better acquainted with who we are and how we may be able to assist you in reaching your goals. Let's talk about this, our history. Our history in Renata's goes way back. It goes back to us deciding to do things just a little bit differently. See, I viewed the industry of real estate investment education as a great way for people to learn how to invest and how to overcome some of the pitfalls and the challenges that go along with it. Because let's be real about this. The great thing, and I mean the fantastic thing about real estate, is there is no ceiling on your income, right? None. Here's the challenge, no floor either. So we want to make sure that we educate you properly so that you know what to do, because whenever you can reduce the risks of something, then the probability of success goes up. So I looked at all of our so-called competition out there, all the seminar companies and the gurus and the big, grand workshops and everything else. And what I found, I didn't really like. Now, this is my own opinion. I mean, certainly they will tell you differently, but in my opinion, I just wasn't thrilled with what I saw. Because what I saw was a sales mechanism that was constantly grinding out to, really move people to a buying decision without many times them getting the information that they needed. In other words, it was kind of a push sale. I learned a long time ago that if you are selling, you're really not educating, right? So what we did in Renata's is we said, we're not going to do that. We're not going to go down that road. We decided to market all of our education through word of mouth. That's how you found us, right? Someone shared with you a little bit about this company and said, check this video out, go to this link and learn for yourself. The other thing that's nice is that, we went back to our roots and thought, how are we going to make sure that our student outcomes are going to be better than anything else we've seen in the industry? So I hired a PhD in education, Dr. Rapicki. Dr. Rapicki, he's a great guy. He came in and he worked with us for a long time, and he taught us all about something called instructional systems design. Now, instructional systems design was not something I was really familiar with. And he taught us all about it and said, this is the learning methodology that just about every major college and university on the planet uses to build their curriculum paths. And we thought, wow, that's pretty powerful stuff. And as we started to examine it, we realized, well, if it's good enough for Harvard and Yale, then it ought to be good enough for us, because we want our students to get results. So that was the first thing that we did. Here's the next thing. We then sought out and trained investors and industry professionals to become practitioner instructors. Now, I put that in quote because that's an important thing for us to emphasize. Practitioner instructor. That is someone who makes their full-time living doing what they're going to teach our students how to do, teach you how to do. What a concept. There's no theorizing in class. This is practical application of the things that they have learned and the things that they are doing to make money and drive profits and results in their courses. So I love this aspect of it. The next thing is this. We developed and implemented together with our instructors live and online classes, live and online. Now, in this day and age, when online is becoming more and more popular and individuals are finding that they need a system whereby it's self-paced learning and they can do it 24/7 at their leisure to fit their schedule, Online learning is the way of the future, and we are ahead of the curve with Renatus because that's how we've stacked all of our education up. The next thing is we created the very best before and after class support programs in the industry, and you're going to find out more about those as we kind of go along here today. That's our roots, and it gives you an idea, a basis, if you will, for understanding why the Renatus educational program is so uniquely different and different in positive ways. Now, let's talk a little bit about our classes, okay, and the courses that we put together. Now, a course is really a collection of classes, at least that's the way that I like to define it, and I'm going to talk about our Essentials course, because the Essentials course is just that. It contains all of the essential building blocks that any individual needs to really get them into the world of real estate investing and business and help them to start moving forward with that enterprise. So let's talk about what you're going to learn in the Essentials course. I mean, in this course, you're going to discover how to acquire properties at huge discounts. We're going to teach you all about wholesale buying opportunities so that you can get into deals that, other individuals haven't got a clue how to capitalize on or how to structure. The next thing is how to gain access to private money to help fund your real estate deals. There's a lot of folks out there that are not that thrilled with the returns they're getting in the stock market. We're going to show you how to have conversations with those individuals and turn them into potential lenders so that you can get the revenue you need to do the transactions that, well, you're looking at right now. The next thing is how to tap into 401k and IRA funds to do real estate. This is kind of, just builds off of what we talked about before. You should never, ever, ever think to yourself, well, I can't become a successful investor because I don't have any money and my credit's not that good. We're going to show you how to overcome that, right? How to save thousands of dollars on your taxes. Taxes are one of your largest expenses in life. You will pay more for housing, food, clothing, and entertainment combined in taxes. That's just staggering, isn't it? To think that much of your income is going to go to pay local, state, and national governments. Here's the other side of it. How to build your team to leverage your time so that you can do deals 24/7. Listen, I had a mechanical bypass as a child, man. I do not paint, I do not hammer, I do not fix stuff. I just don't. Plus, I understand the time value of money. And because of that, I always find good professional help to assist me in getting the job done right the first time so that I can use my skill set to go out there and find more deals. Here's another thing, how to create legal structures to protect your portfolio and make you judgment proof. It's a sad reality in our wonderful economy that we've got a lot of attorneys out there who want to represent anyone who thinks they may have a claim. So we're going to show you how to structure your business so that you have the proper legal structures and legal entities in place to assure that you can keep what you have built and see it grow for the future. Here's the next thing, how to acquire property without using any of your own money. That kind of relates back to some of the other things that we've talked about there, private lenders as well as IRA and 401k funds. How to do deals and fix houses without even owning a hammer or fixing a toilet. I love that side of it because, as you know, I'm not that handy. The next thing is how to find the hottest deals on houses before anyone else even know they exist. A little tip here. If you're looking at deals all day long on the MLS, you're looking in the wrong place. Oh, every once in a while you're going to find yourself a little nugget of gold there, but it's like searching for a needle in a haystack. We teach our people how to get to the deals before they ever land on the MLS, how to get to the deals before other individuals know that they're out there, because that's when the higher profit margins are available to you, because you can buy them at deeper wholesale buying opportunities. Next thing is how to use lines of credit to attack debt and reduce interest for early payoff. One of our most popular classes is Velocity Banking. And our Velocity Banking class teaches individuals how to use their money as they presently have it coming in, restructure it a little bit, change things up, and go out there and really attack debt in a powerful way. Just imagine your life without debt. Imagine your life without having to make monthly payments or the other things. What could you do with all of that extra money? Well, we're going to show you how to get there with our Velocity Banking course. There's so much more. I haven't got the time to dig into it all, but I'm here to tell you this course is phenomenal. Now, just to give you a little taste of how great it is, I'm going to go to one of our favorite instructors, an individual by the name of Mark Kohler. Mark Kohler is both a CPA and a tax attorney. He's a best-selling author. He has, national presence. He's just such a wonderful individual who has a wealth of knowledge and takes a topic like tax and legal and actually makes it applicable and entertaining and engaging. So, learn from Mark, and I'll be back to you in just a second here.
So this is kids under age 18, then we're going to do kids 18 and over, and then we're going to do grandkids, and I want to show you the procedure. Any questions, we'll stop at each slide. Okay, now here's the first rule. Your kids do not pay taxes. None of us pay income taxes on the first $12,400 in 2020. This is the new standard deduction. Again, for those of you that hate Donald Trump, don't, what do you, look a gift horse in the face, whatever, I don't know how they say it. But this is huge. They doubled it. Your kids can make $12,400 and don't pay taxes at all. They don't even need to file a tax return. What? That's the new rule. So number one, when you pay your kids under age 18, they don't even have to file a tax return on the first $12,400. The rule. Number two, when you pay your own children, now if you have stepchildren living in the house, your stepmom, stepdad, and they're all under the roof and you're their dependents, whatever the case is, you don't have to withhold SUTA, FUTA, FICA, or workers' comp on your own kids. You can slave labor your own kids, no problem. So there's no withholdings. You don't even have to issue a W-2. Now, I know there's CPAs in the room or somewhere at home that just said, this Kohler, you just lost my respect. Everybody that gets paid has to have a W-2. No, they don't. Because let me walk you through this. If I hire someone else's kid, I got to carry workers' comp. I got to give them a W-2. If they're under age 18, I can only work them so many hours a month. McDonald's can only hire part-time kids to work so many hours. They can't work after certain hours. There's all sorts of labor laws that protect children from predatory employers, right? And then they got to withhold taxes and all that. On my own kids, I guess those rules still apply, but who are they going to complain to? But anyway, but when it comes to the withholdings, you don't have to withhold unemployment, SUTA, FUTA, FICA, or workers' comp on your own kids. And so if I don't give them a W-2 for their wages, what's the penalty? Go to Circular, go check it out, guys, gals. What's the penalty if I don't give someone a W-2? It's a percentage of the withholdings. There is no withholdings. There is no penalty. This is why in 20 years, whenever I work with an IRS agent and try to solve this problem and talk to IRS agent, I got a former IRS agent as a partner, they're like, there's no harm, no foul. There's no penalty. Why do they need a W-2? They're under 12.4 anyway. Now, if you want to issue a W-2, do it. Just make sure you don't do any withholding. And we're definitely not going to give them a 1099. We'll come to that in a second. Because now, I'll say it now, if I give my kids a 1099, what did I just give them? Short-term, long-term, what did I give them? What kind of income's that called? Ordinary. What tax applies? FICA, self-employment tax. So if a kid, then this is true, and I have clients that live in LA and their kids are doing auditions every day. And when Miley Cyrus, to bring her name up again, went and did an audition at Disney, and if she got a 1099 for doing a commercial, does she pay self-employment tax? Yes, even though she's under age 18. But if they were to pay her parents and her parents pay her, there's no withholding. Is that interesting? So when your kids work for someone else, they're going to get withholdings. But when you pay them, you don't have to. So 1099s are dangerous. And I have CPAs that are like, well, I'm at least going to 1099 the kids. Oh no, that creates the audit. Because now I got a 1099 on that kid's social and no return. Oh my gosh. And if I file a return, I got to withhold FICA. Well, I've got to better give them a W-2. No, what's the penalty if you don't? 0. I've been down this path, people. Okay, so standard deduction, no withholdings. That's rule number 1. Now here's where it gets cool. If you're going to pay your kids, okay, so we're talking practicalities now. Before you even start paying them, they have to have their own bank account. Okay, now that can be a hurdle, because when you go down to Wells Fargo and open a bank account for a grandkid or a child that's under 12, the bank kind of freaks out, because they're like, we have teen checking accounts that are free, because they want to get the kids involved with the family in the bank. So you can go in with a teenager and go, I need a teen checking account. Even Wells Fargo has a little pamphlet for that. But if they're under age 12 and I go and try to open a bank account, a lot of times they're not going to do it. And let me finish this train of thought, then I'm coming to you. Can you get her a mic? So what I do is if your bank is being a pain in the butt, you just open a joint account with them. So then they can have a debit card, because I want the kids to have a debit card. And you don't have to get cash reserve credit, the little Visa symbol on it. Just make it a straight up debit card. And your co-signers. And then their name can be on the checkbook or on the debit card. Here's the deal. And everybody in the room at least has a sole proprietorship for your side gig or your business, or you have an LLC for your rentals. Now that's my pitch to everybody here, right? If you're watching and you're a part of Renatus, I don't care if your small business is real estate related or not. I want you selling online, selling a product, selling a service, and we're going to use the profits to buy rentals in the future. That's obviously something I'm going to try to encourage you to do. But this business does not have to be real estate related. This little business here is going to pay the kids. So here's the kiddies, no W-2, no 1099. Over here, if I have a rental property LLC, and I've got my rentals in here, pay the kids, no W-2, no 1099. And if you want to issue a W-2, do it. We have a service for that at our accounting firm. If you want to pay us, we'll do it. And I'll tell you why it may make sense in one only scenario. But what's this crap? What am I doing here in the middle? If you have an S corporation, for those in the room that have an S corporation, you cannot pay kids or grandkids directly under age 18 because corporations can't have kids. It's an entity. See, an LLC is a pass-through. So the IRS is like, that's cool, hire your kids. This is going to be a Schedule E, or it's going to be a Schedule C over here. And your kids are going to be on there. And some of you go, well, what do you call it? You call it outside labor. I do not put it on the payroll line. Now, this is, again, where I teach classes to CPAs about this. If I go into my Schedule C and say I had payroll, now I did say put your kids on payroll. That's a loose term. You're really not going to put them on the payroll line. Because if you put money on the payroll line, what is the IRS computer system going to look for? Corresponding what? FICA. They're going to look for payroll taxes. So if you've got money on payroll line, but no money on the tax line, the IRS is going to go, they're cheating. They should have done it. And the computer system is going to hit you, right? So we don't want to put it on the payroll line. I put it in the other expenses. For those that want to know the detail, we put it in other expenses and call it outside labor. Okay? The kids have a bank account. You're going to pay them directly out of the business, and I just do online banking. I'm not kidding. By probably tonight, it's Friday, so I know Molly's going to be looking for money. And I'm going to say, did you go by the office and shred? Did you go paint this? She loves to paint. She's my office painter. When I say I need something painted in the office, I call her. And seriously. And I walked her. She came by the office Tuesday before I left to come to this conference, and I said, okay, I need to show you some things. There was some light switches. The plates, you could see a gap between the light switch cover and the drywall where it wasn't spackled properly. I said, I want you to take those plates off and spackle, do a little sanding, and paint that. And I go, there's 3 outlets that have that problem. And she goes, okay, give your kids jobs to do. If you see something you can delegate, just delegate it. Now, if you have a corporation, you don't pay the kids under age 18. I create a Schedule C family management sole prop. It's just a Schedule C. You don't need a DBA. When I went into Wells Fargo to set mine up, they just said, if your name's in it, it's good. So I call it Mark Kohler Family Management. Think of it like a janitorial business. You're just going to go into the bank and go, hey, I've started a sole proprietorship. We do painting, janitorial, and window cleaning. Oh, okay. What's the name of the business? Mark J. Kohler Family Business. And because my name is in the name of the business, I don't have to go get a DBA. Now, if I call it AAA window cleaning, am I going to need a DBA? Yeah, and I'll have to go get an EIN. But I can put it under my social security number. And whether you're married or single, you can do this. Just go open a new business. You don't need to call me. It's not an LLC. It's not a corporation. It's just a sole proprietor. Now, earlier I said sole proprietors are bad. Why are sole proprietorships bad? There's no protection. Who are they going to sue? Me. Am I going to sue myself? No. So I don't care about that. I'm not going to sell to the public or serve anyone publicly. And what's the other problem with sole proprietorships? FICA. I don't want to pay self-employment tax. Oh, I'm going to pay the kids 16 grand and I'm going to write off 16 grand. I zeroed it out. There's no tax. When my kids were all under age 18, I chose 16 grand for a reason. I paid Dylan $5. He's my oldest. I have twin girls. I paid them $4 each, and I paid Molly $2. So I would be, did I get that right? 5, 4, 4, 8, 3, yeah. So I'm here, and I'm paying 16 grand.
Mark,
now, yes.
Zoom in just a little.
Okay, cool. Thank you. For people at home. Okay, so now look at this. I take an expense called a management fee on my S Corp. I claim 16 grand of income, and then I wrote off 16 grand. It was at 15. Did I do the math wrong? 8, 9, 10. 15. Sorry. Someone said, yeah, you're good. I'm sorry. I'm thinking about teaching rather than doing my math. Yes, I am a CPA. I can add this up. Sorry. Okay, so 15 grand. Now think about this. Some of you are going, I know what you're thinking. You're like, Mark, I don't have 15 grand. I know. What did you give your kids last week to go out to the movies? $10. Don't give them $10. Go on your online app, transfer $10, and then transfer $10 into their account. You're going to spend 15 grand on your kids. Just don't do it. Pay them and let them pay for it. Done. So you don't have to be rich to do this. You're just going to change the way you do it. You're not going to give money to your kids anymore. You're going to let Kohler Family Management give it to them. And so when Molly calls me up today and goes, hey, Dad, can I get $20 tonight? We're going to go do axe throwing. Whatever, right? There's these new axe throwing places everywhere. And they're expensive, too. I'm like, okay, $20. Did you do your jobs this week? Yeah. Okay. I'll transfer $20 on my online app from here to here, from here to here. I just got a write-off for her to go throw axes. So I was going to pay for it anyway, but I just I paid it through the family management company. Right. This is kids under age 18. Now this is a chance to beat it up. Questions?
I hope you enjoyed that as much as I did, because every single time I see that, I'm reminded of, just how much money we can save on taxes because we got kids. And a big family at that. It encourages you to have more of the little guys running around, right? But I love the concept, because what Mark really drills down on is a simple little tax principle. Whereas if you own a business of your own, and you structure things properly, you can hire your children, and then with the money that you pay your children, they can pay for things like Disneyland and their own clothes and their school supplies and whatever else it might be, which means you're really taking and you're kind of diverting some of the tax obligation that you previously would have had to kids who, under a certain amount of money, don't pay any taxes. I love income shifting as a strategy, and I hope you did too. Listen, if you love what Mark just shared with you, you're going to love the rest of this course, because that's just one teeny little nugget of gold that will help you to save money. And this class, this course, Essentials, is all about teaching you a number of different ways to either capitalize on opportunity or to go out there and save money because of the strategies you're learning. Now that I've gone through a list of all the different things that you're going to learn, and actually this is just a very short list of the things that you will learn in this powerful program, I want to take you over to our learning management system. It's a software platform, proprietary. We built it, we created it to ensure that you have the very best experience with our education possible. So let's go there, and I'm going to just show you what's included in this powerful course. Okay, now that we're in Helios, let's go through and just show you some of the function of this incredible learning management system and all the classes that it has to offer. Rather than go through everything that we have, I just want to focus on what's in the Essentials course. In the Essentials course, well, you know what? I take a role in the Essentials course. You've got a full day of negotiations training in there. I've had a lot of individuals over the years that have told me that the content that I've shared with them in negotiations has been some of the most valuable information that they've acquired, because it's not just applicable to real estate, estate, it's not just applicable to business, it's applicable to every aspect of their life as they communicate with individuals and they work to find resolution or create win-win outcomes. And then Real Estate Foundations with Hugh Zaretsky. What a great class. I mean, this is a foundational class. You'll find in real estate that there's a lot of new terms and new definitions. It's almost like a separate language. Well, Hugh Zaretsky is going to go through that with you, and he's going to help you understand, the basic building blocks of real estate so that he establishes a good solid foundation for you to build on. And then we've got Mr. Mark Kohler. Oh my goodness, man. You got to love this guy. I've already given you just a little taste of what Mark has to offer. He does 2 full days on tax and legal, and he really drills down on showing you how to protect your wealth and how to manage it and make some things happen there. Velocity Banking is one of our most popular classes because, again, we're going to teach you proven strategies that'll show you how to use the money that you are working with right now and use that in a different way so that you can eliminate and pay off debt in an accelerated fashion. Creative acquisitions, Chris Albin. Here's a guy who was a school teacher who couldn't live on his school teacher salary and then moved into the wonderful world of real estate investing, has become one of our favorite instructors. Chris Albin, as well, he owns zip codes full of houses at this point. I mean, he's had different times in his investing career where he's had as many as 300 single-family residences that he's owned and operated and collected rents on. He's the right guy to show you creative acquisitions because he's going to show you how to go out there and structure deals that other individuals don't even know how in the world you're going to pull that off. Oh, Mr. Christian George. He just goes through a really great review of all of the different things in the Renatus educational system. You're going to want to plug into that because it'll give you a good feel for what you have to enjoy. And then Understanding Credit, Day 1. We've found that while there are so many great ways to do real estate transactions in a creative fashion, well, the fact is that if you do have some resources, if you do have good credit, it helps you to capitalize on more deals that are available to you. And understanding how your credit works helps you to maintain it and understand the importance of paying attention to it. And there's nobody better than Eric Counts on that subject. The deal of the decade. See, I was taught a long, long time ago by one of my early mentors in real estate. He said this, that the deal of the decade comes along about once a week when you're looking for it, right? Chris Albin is going to show you how to find those incredible deals and how to make them more abundant. Matt Sorensen goes into self-directed IRA. It's a real pity that in this country we have so many individuals who don't even understand the concept of managing their own retirement account. In other words, they don't even know that they have that option. They're truly taught that, well, you got to put it in an IRA, you got to put it in a 401k, it's got to have somebody administering that, it's got to have somebody invest in that money for you. The concept of self-directed retirement accounts isn't something on the radar. Well, in Renatus, we've got one of the best in the industry, Matt Sorensen, to teach you how that's done and show you how you can manage your own funds and how you can use those dollars to invest in real estate for a higher return. And then, of course, Mr. Chris Albin, he comes back at us with real estate red flags. Why? Because if you understand the risks associated with something, then you're able to better navigate around those things so that you can increase the probability of success. And that's what Renatus is all about, getting you better educated to drive success and make things happen. I love each of these instructors and each of these classes. This is a powerful program unlike anything other. Here's how we've broken it down. It's all broken down into what we call learning paths, all right? Learning paths. And let me explain. In the Essentials course, what we have for learning paths are these. We have 2 separate paths. There is a wealth management focused group of classes, and there are real estate focused group of classes here. You can see you've got Velocity Banking, Day 1 and Day 2 of Tax and Legal, Self-Directed IRA and Understanding Credit, Day 1. It's all about wealth management. Real estate classes is Real Estate Foundations, Negotiations, Deal of the Decade, Real Estate Red Flags, Creative Acquisitions. All of those are a part of your Essentials course. So when we talk about the value, the overwhelming value of content that we've created in this course, I think now you're starting to get just a little glimpse of that. So let me introduce you to the concept of group coaching and what that consists of. What we've got is we have a professional investor, a seasoned investor, an individual who has done hundreds and hundreds of real estate transactions, who is going to take you through this journey. And what he does is really simple. He takes all of that wealth of knowledge and understanding that he's gained over the years, and he brings it to the table every single week for an hour-long group coaching call. But this is an interactive call. It's on Zoom, so you can participate and have more engagement there. And the great thing is, I mean, he's not only going to talk about, introductory goal setting so that he can help you understand how you need to make a plan, but understanding your marketplace, pre-foreclosures, foreclosures, REOs, wholesaling, buy and hold, short sales, fix and flip, rehab, lease options, and the list goes on and on and on. There's 52 weeks of this. 52 weeks. What does that break down to? Well, this course consists of 60 plus hours of education, 10 full classes. Teaching you all of the wonderful things you need to know. That's 112 hours of education on an annual basis that you have the opportunity to tap into to help drive you forward with your real estate and business success. And speaking of business, here's one thing that we've really become focused on. It's the simple fact that in business, knowledge is not always powerful unless it's applied. But you've got to acquire it first if you're ever going to go out there and realize the benefit of it as you make things happen. So I want to introduce you to another course. We talked about the Essentials course and all that it has to offer. Now let's get in and let's talk about our Profits course. The Profits course. Profits is an acronym. It means Predictability Revealed, Opportunity Focused, Innovation Training System. That's Profits. Now, I've worked with these individuals who have put together this incredible course material. I mean, we've got 7 amazing practitioner instructors, again, individuals who make their full-time living doing what they're going to teach you how to do, right? That have put together 9 incredible full-day classes to teach anyone who is a wannabe entrepreneur, a budding entrepreneur, someone who has an established business, somebody who has a real estate empire, or somebody who just wants to get their feet wet and go out there and start making it happen in the business world. These individuals are going to teach you through their own practical experience and knowledge what they did to drive success so that it can help you to cut the learning curve and help you to move forward to have your own success. So let's talk about Woody Woodward. Woody Woodward is one of our instructors, an amazing individual. He is a best-selling author. He's an individual who has coached literally thousands of individuals to go forward and reach their dreams and have great success. He's a great personal friend, but he's also a genius developer of tools, of systems, and of content that are transforming people's lives, not just in this country, but all around the world. And that's what DRIVE is all about. DRIVE is an acronym. It stands for Director, Relator, Intellectual, Validator, and Executive. Those are 5 different personality types that Woody has identified that help us to better understand who we are and who are the individuals around us in the world. See, here's what happens. So often we have a dominant personality type. Now, whatever our dominant area is, that means that, well, that's who we are. And who we are is how we communicate to the world and to other individuals. So whenever we're able to build rapport and really click with somebody, it's generally because, well, they're like us, right? They have a similar personality type. What we want to do with DRIVE is we want to help you to identify their type so that you know how to speak with them, how to communicate with them, how to create agreement with them, and assist you in business, in life, and in your real estate transactions. This is a really important aspect of that. So I want to take you through a little bit of the DRIVE course and what that really means. Now, first of all, here's what I would do whenever I sit down with anyone, is I would take these wonderful little cards and I would fan these out, right? And put these down in front of an individual. Put them in front of a prospect so that when they're able to place these in front of them, what I want to do is say this. I say, listen, I have a simple personality profile that's going to help me to help you find the right program to support your needs. Would you just simply go through and take these cards and place them in the order of their greatest to least importance, based on the words on these cards and how they make you feel? So please, whatever is making you feel the most important, that's what we want you to focus on. So each card, select the one that makes you feel important, not what is important to you. Which card has the most words that make you feel important? I want you to go through and enjoy this little exercise right now. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to put a little pause on the video. I'd love you to take a look at the cards that are right there on your screen, and now you put them in order. Identify the top card and the second card based on which cards make you feel the most important. And this little exercise is going to blow you away. All right, we're back. And now that we're back and you've had an opportunity to go through and find out for yourself which of the cards make you feel the most important, well, if you pick the green card and the green card's on the top, you're going to be a director. Directors are all about lifestyle. That means, you know, you love adventure, you love spontaneity, you love to be able to see the world and do all sorts of fun things. You put high value on experiences, and you want to enjoy those experiences, you know, not just here, but anywhere. So when we talk about spontaneity and experiencing life, that really describes a director. They're individuals who you know, definitely want the most that they can possibly get. So when you're speaking to a director, you speak in terms of lifestyle and life enhancements. The next thing is, if you had a purple card there, then you're a relator. A relator is all about community. These are the individuals who really give back. They are tremendous servants. They are the very best of bonding friends. These are the ones that will be your best friends forever, and they will go out of their way to serve other individuals. Sometimes, unfortunately, to their own detriment, right? They think of others, they give back, they're loyal in their relationships, and a relator is someone that if you're speaking to a relator, you're going to speak in terms of how the product, the service, the real estate, whatever it might be that you're speaking to them about is going to impact positively their aspect of the world as it relates to helping the world and making a difference and helping others in the process. Intellectuals. Boy, if you pick this card, I'm here to tell you, you are a person who is really locked into systems. We could talk about systems, we could talk about numbers, we could talk about those things all day long, and you would find excitement and engagement for that. You're an individual who is intelligent, extremely organized, and creates a system for just about everything that you do. Validator. Well, a validator is an individual who really looks for admiration, not just to be admired, but to also edify others. And they want to validate others. They want to be trustworthy. As a matter of fact, trust is such an important part of their personality. They almost take offense when others don't trust them. They are respectful individuals, and they find generally that, you know, they don't want to inconvenience others. So when we talk about validators, you know, this is another group here that you've got to be able to learn how to speak to them in the language they want to be spoken to, or sold to them in the language they want to be sold to. Executive. If you pick this card, boy, an executive is all about proof, right? It's like, show me, show me. And they are extremely driven, hardworking, very focused. They want to win, they want to be productive. As a matter of fact, they find that their attitude about life, their emotions, and their outlook is very much affected by how much they get done. So if they've had a productive day, boy, I'm telling you, they're on cloud nine. If they were not able to get a lot of things accomplished, they go home frustrated, and sometimes they bring that emotion home. So you need to understand what executives are really looking for, and you need to offer that so that they have a level of comfort moving forward in business or in any transaction with you. Again, the drive sales system based on this: director, lifestyle; relator, community; intellectual, systems; validator, admiration; and executive is all about proof. Now that you understand just the simplest little thing, what we do is we go into great depths to teach people all about drive so that you can now sell them based off of their drive. And what we've shown from the different studies we've done, the different organizations we've worked with, is when you learn to sell other individuals based off their drive, not yours, the probability of success in that sales process or that closing process goes way up, way up. So this is a valuable class that I can't place enough emphasis on. What's the next one? Eric Counts. Boy, Eric Counts. You know, Eric Counts is not only an incredible expert in the wonderful world of credit, as we talked about earlier in our Essentials course. But Eric has built some fantastic businesses. They are lean, they are mean, they are profitable, and the reason why they are is because he is a systems expert. I'm really speaking to the intellectuals right now, right? And what Eric has done is he put together business automation that allows his team to get so much more done that they don't have to have this massive number of employees to get projects completed because of the systemization and the business automations that he's put into place. He communicates with his customer with a handful of people. You'd think he had an army of folks working for you. And what he does in this class is he shows you through software and through his systemization of his learning and thought processes, how he can design different ways to build in efficiencies in business. You're going to love this class with Eric. Let's talk about the next one. Back to Woody Woodward. Woody has also created a Drive for Communications class. Because Woody has spent a lot of time on stage as a platform speaker, he has developed over the years solid ways for individuals to position themselves, to create messaging that really agrees with the audience, whether that audience is large or small or just on even a one-on-one basis. What he does is through Drive in Communication, he teaches you everything he has learned over the years, all of his little tips, all of his little tricks, all of his little nuances to help you better understand how to position yourself, your brand, and your business, especially when it comes to making a sale. Some of the things he's going to share with you, I think Woody's best day was about a $500,000-$600,000 sales day. He goes through and tells you every little aspect of, here's how I prepped for that, here's what I did, here's the thinking behind it, here's the psychology, here's the research, here's how we positioned our offer with the audience so that at the end of our presentation, those individuals would want to own what we were offering. And boy, did they, in a very powerful way. I don't know about you, but you know, having a $500,000-$600,000 day is not a bad day. Woody shows you how he did it. Christian George, the man, the myth when it comes to velocity banking, he really drills down deep, and I mean deep, on this subject. He goes into advanced velocity banking training so that he helps you understand all the different ways that you can utilize banking products to assist you in reducing debt, paying off interest faster, and putting more cash flow into your pocket very quickly. So by restructuring and doing some things that many times individuals don't even think about, Christian's going to show you how to do that so that you can free up needed cash flow for your business or your life right away. It's a great course. Then we've got Mr. Woody Woodward coming back to you, and he's going to teach you Drive for Personal Development. Because I am a big believer in this, that you know, the only thing that really divides the wealthy from the poor in this country is what they put into their mind and then what they choose to do with it. Woody focuses on personal development and that positive attitude that's going to bring extraordinary results. Mr. Mark Kohler's back with Business Startup. This is one class you will not want to miss because Kohler drills down on all sorts of different, not just startup strategies, but he shows you the behind-the-scenes look at his own business, how he's created his blogs, his vlogs, his radio shows, his national presence, how he's been able to get media attention, how he's structured his law firm and his CPA practice, you know, for maximum efficiencies. Again, we're just trying to teach you how to be in business for yourself, how to think a little bit out of the box, and how to get extraordinary results. The next class, Mr. Ron Williams. Ron Williams, Champion Life. If you don't know who Ron Williams is, well, you need to. He is 7-time Mr. America, 7-time Mr. Universe, 7-time Mr. World. He was the bodybuilder of the decade. They created a special category and a special award for him. One of the most decorated bodybuilders in history. And might I just put a little caveat on there? All natural bodybuilder. This is not a guy who does steroids, believes in steroids. He believes in fitness, nutrition, and in mindset. And he has developed an ironclad mindset so that when he puts himself to the task, he is undeviating and unwavering in his commitment to get it done. And he wants to share with you how to rid yourself of some of the limiting beliefs that are holding you back so that you can push forward to success. He's also going to teach you about his own business and how he's been able to put together so many great things that have allowed him to become not just a well sought out personal trainer, and speaker and businessman, but someone who is clamoring to be with him so that they can learn from the things that he has to offer. Mr. Troy Dunn, Media Mastery. Now, Troy is a best-selling author. He's got 2 best-selling books out there. He also has developed a system. He calls it the secret sauce. We had a lot of discussions about that because I'm here to tell you, when I first met Troy and he told me, well, he says, I got 3 best-selling books. I've had 3 #1 hit TV shows. I've been on 550 different, national news programs and talk shows and so forth. And I looked at him and I said, Troy, how in the world did you get that done? I mean, really? Talk to me a little bit about that. How in the world did you make that happen? And he said, Bob, I don't share that with anybody. He says, that's really the secret sauce. That's my own personal, brand. And I've been very well, but I have developed a system. I've developed a program whereby I've been able to go out and duplicate this over and over and over again. Now, I don't know about you, but that just built so much intrigue for me. I thought, man, I want to know what this guy knows. I've had a great relationship with Troy for a number of years. And because of that relationship, I finally got Troy to agree to build a full-day class around media mastery so that he could show you how to get the exposure you need for your business. I love this guy. I mean, that's the nice thing about it is that he exemplifies every aspect of practitioner instructor. Because what he's going to share with you is how do you get local exposure, how do you get national exposure for your business so that you can go out there and do a great deal more. Now, some of you are still looking at me going, but Bob, what's that got to do with me going out and doing a fix and flip? Well, everything is about your brand and about you positioning yourself for trust, credibility, and to make sure that you can deliver on your promises. And what Troy has to share may be the grand scope of things when it comes to really building up that brand and going national. But every single thing that he has to share with you applies to what you do in your real estate business, what you do in your day-to-day activities, how you interact with people, how you connect with people, how you network on a regular basis, and how you can position yourself as the expert so that people view you as the leader they're looking for and they want to learn from you, they want to invest with you, and they want to assist you in moving forward as you reciprocate that kindness. Rob Sperry, whoa, love this guy too. Can you tell, man? I mean, I'm friends with all of these individuals and I'm so respectful of their great accomplishments. And Rob Sperry is a social media expert who teaches you how to use social media, whether it's LinkedIn, Facebook, whatever, so that you can maximize your exposure, continue to build lasting relationships, make new connections, and how to not overstay your welcome. Why? Well, let's be fair. So many people think that Facebook is a great way for them to go out there and get business contacts. Not really. Facebook is a party. That's what it is, right? And nobody wants to be pitched a new idea at a party. So what Rob does is he comes in and he teaches you effective messaging, how you get your message out, what kind of posts you make, how often you're making posts about family, about life, about who you are and the difference you want to make in the world, and then how and when the timing is right for you to insert little nuggets about your business, about your enterprise, about the needs that you might have. If you're looking for individuals to loan you money for a real estate transaction, if you're looking for a handyman, if you're looking for other suppliers and vendors, if you are offering opportunities to individuals to participate with you in a real estate transaction as a lender, all of that can be positioned very nicely through social media so that you've got people who want to line up to do business with you. But you got to do it right because Facebook's a party and you got to make sure that you are not bringing business to the party unless it's well-timed and well-informed. Those are our instructors for the Profits course. Those are the different classes that we offer. Again, I could go on and on and on and on, but there's so much more for you to learn about Renatus, right? We haven't even gotten into our accelerated investor training, which is what I want to talk about next. Our accelerated investor training are advanced real estate course offerings that we have put together. And for me to do this justice, I want to go into our Helios learning management system, once again, so that I can just give you a very brief overview of each of the different learning paths that you can participate in our AIT courses. So let's go there now. So now that we're in Helios, I want to introduce you to the different learning paths that are associated with our accelerated investor training and what they can do for you. First up, right here, here's a learning path, for instance, buy and hold. Buy and hold. This is obviously, you're going to buy real estate, you're going to hang on to it over time, you're going to put tenants in these properties, and you're going to develop cash flow that's going to continue to come to you on a monthly basis. Now, each of our learning paths are designed in such a way that we want to give you the core classes. Some of these core classes are common to many different genre of real estate investing, so you're going to see those show up in a few different areas. But the strategy classes are unique to that particular strategy, and we want you to be able to master it so that you can go out there and, well, make money applying what you've learned. And then, of course, there's bonus features, which are additional bonus classes we throw in that we feel like may have some overlapping value for each and every one of you. The buy and hold learning path is one of my favorite. As a matter of fact, I'm a buy and hold investor. I'm not really good at fixing and flipping. I love cash flow. I love to have tenants out there working all month long to make sure that I'm the first one paid. And I'll tell you the other thing that I absolutely love about rental property is the fact that it's primarily recession proof. Every single time we have any kind of a decline or a dip in the economy, I see my rental pool and the quality of those tenants improve because there's more of them out there. It's unfortunate that what creates that expansion of a rental pool is, well, financial stress. You know, they've lost their homes in foreclosure, they maybe have had a little bit of a downturn, they have to do some downsizing, so they need a place to rent. And they become great tenants for me, and I am thrilled to be able to provide them housing. Now, the next one here, fix and flip. Now, there's some folks, they say, oh man, that's what I want to do and I want to do it all day. You're going to learn from one of the best out there. I mean, Heather Herring is fantastic. She has done hundreds and hundreds of fix and flips in the Boise, Idaho market, and now has actually become an award-winning builder up there, and her success just continues to unfold. We're thrilled to have Heather on board with us because she's going to show you exactly what needs to happen in this learning path so that you can go out there and find those really great little nuggets of gold that nobody else recognizes for what they are and turn them into a nice transaction for profit. The great thing about a fix and flip strategy is that you can go out there and make really solid lump sums of cash as you do it right. You got to buy them right, you got to fix them up appropriately, and then you got to move on. All of these classes help you to master that strategy. Then multifamily. Now, John Dessauer, I mean, has owned thousands of doors over his lifetime, and he is a seasoned investor who has an amazing lifestyle as a result of it. You know, I got a great relationship with John, and he puts together systems, he puts together different programs to assist people in understanding how to maximize profits and how to minimize time involvement. I love that. His classes on multifamily day 1, day 2, multifamily property managers, how to put people in place so that they can do the work and you can leverage your time. Multifamily fix and flip is taught by one of our other instructors because that's a whole different strategy in and of itself, but it fits very nicely into this concept of multifamily. Business management. We've got some of the best in the business out there to teach you all about how to manage your business more effectively and how to take advantage of some of the more advanced tax strategies that are available to you so you can, well, get a better benefit. Heidi and her sister Kim teach about cost segregation. Now, cost segregation allows me as a business owner to take, well, the commercial building we're standing in that I own, or any of my rental properties that I own, and how to take their depreciation schedule that may be over 27 years or 15 and a half years in an economically depressed area and compress that down into just a year or two so that I can maximize the deduction that I want to take now and not have to stretch it out over the future, which puts hard-earned dollars right back into my pocket. So business management classes, small business payroll, financial strategies, cost segregation, private and hard money, and raising money and partnerships. The next one, commercial real estate. You've got a number of different classes here, all designed to help you master the strategy of moving away from real estate or residential real estate into owning commercial property. And our core instructor on that one is our own Christian George, who does a fantastic job. What's the next one? Retiring in real estate. Well, one of the classes in retiring in real estate is Chris Wilson's lease options class. And he shows you how you can go out there and you can turn property into a win, not just today, but in the future, where individuals are going to pay you up front a lease option fee so that then in the future they can exercise that option and be able to buy that property at a prearranged price. Private and hard money is the strategy. 1031 exchanges, lease options, multifamily property managers, and advanced velocity banking are all a very big part of retiring in real estate. Short sales and foreclosures are kind of a buzzword because we hear about it all the time. That's another learning path that you have here in Renatus. And there's nobody better to teach you than this individual right here, Brian Sump. Now, I'll tell you a little bit about Brian. I mean, I met Brian years and years and years ago. He came into my previous company as a student. And I'll never forget, man, he really dug in and applied himself. It was almost 18 months to the day that he enrolled. He sent me a text on my little Palm Pilot. You remember those, right? I'll never forget getting it because he said, I want to thank you, Bob. Thank you, thank you, thank you. He says, because of what you've taught me, because of this education, today I paid off my mortgage and I am 100% completely debt-free. That's huge. That's huge. Since then, he's become a poster child for us. He's done hundreds and hundreds of real estate transactions. Now, he's got some bragging rights because to this day, he has never, ever lost money on a real estate transaction. I can't say that. You know, a lot of our instructors can't say that, but Brian can, so he's a good guy to listen to. And he teaches all about short sales and foreclosures. Wealth acceleration. I mean, here's a New York Times best-selling author, an individual who is a sought-after speaker, trainer, and consultant all over the world, Mr. Garrett Gunderson, and he teaches you what he's learned over the years about wealth acceleration. The core classes in this, understanding your investor ID, business credit, market analysis, play well into complementing the strategy classes of real estate sales success, financial strategies, wealth acceleration day 1 and day 2 with Garrett, and then private and hard money as that happens. Let me see. Oh, you're going to love this. No tenants, toilets, and termites. How many of you go, man, this real estate thing sounds really good, but do I really want to be a fix and flip guy? Do I really want to do rehabs all the time? Do I really want to be a landlord and deal with tenants? Well, if you're saying, I'm not sure about that, you're going to love what Jeff Armstrong teaches you because he teaches you all about seller finance notes. He's a note buyer and a note seller, and he teaches you how you can become that as well. He's a fantastic individual with 25 years of experience in this field and one of the foremost experts in the country when it comes to note buying. You're also going to learn about tax liens and deeds, about contract for deed, and about setting yourself up so that you can control the note, control the money, and control the property, but not have to actually do much with it, right? So I love that class. Wholesaling lease options and auctions. Chris Wilson is the wholesaling expert, and wholesaling is one of the fastest ways for you to go from start to money. So these courses help you to get a quick start in the real estate business, and then all of the other classes and the strategies just build on that. This has become one of our most popular learning paths. Jay Massey is a fantastic instructor. He is dynamic, he is thorough, he has understanding of the industry unlike anyone I've ever seen before, and he has developed some uniqueness to going out there and developing vacation rentals and short-term rentals that I've never seen taught anywhere else, and he teaches it here. That's what I love about it. The strategy is all about introduction to short-term rentals, and then he has 3 full days on short-term rentals. He teaches you every imaginable thing, how to identify them, how to furnish them, how to advertise them, how to go out there and handle little blips in the economy or the market to make sure that you're drawing people into your properties over the competition. 3 days of powerful information. And Jay is a wizard when it comes to helping people understand how to do it with very little out of pocket or none of their own money out of pocket, and how to leverage other people's money and so forth for a higher return while still paying them a good return. Short-term rentals. Those are the 11 different learning paths that we have available in the Accelerated Investor Training course that we have offered here in Renatus. So by the time we're done, I mean, think about this. We have almost 70 full-day classes, 70, with, I think we're into 35, 36 practitioner instructors now. I mean, the list just continues to grow, and we continue to grow with it. So I'm going to move out of our learning management system now, and I'm going to push over to a better understanding of how we can kind of wrap this up and give you some ideas on how you can get involved with us. One-to-one professional coaching. So this is not one-to-many. No, man, you get individual attention when it comes to this program here. And your one-to-one professional coaching is going to happen with a member of our coaching team who truly understand the business of real estate because they're seasoned investors themselves. And they tailor this program. They tailor this education to fit your needs. Why? Well, because they need to be able to assess what you're after so that they can help you to draft a plan to get you there, right? So they're going to ask you a lot of questions. They're going to have you really dial in what you're after, how much in the way of resources you have available to you so that they can direct you into the best strategies that are available in your marketplace. And then what they're going to do is they're going to hold you accountable. You know, in our business, accountability is a very important aspect of it because sometimes we just need a little bit of a kick in the rear to get moving and to do the things that we do. So you're going to have 6 one-on-one coaching sessions. They generally happen telephonically over Zoom or a webinar or something of that nature. But you're going to get to know your coach. And you'll be able to ask them questions and ask them for information as to how to best attack the market that you're working in. I love this aspect of our business because it gives you a little bit of hand-holding along the way, and it's included as a part of your AIT Extreme Plus package. Now, another thing that we've got to mention, our software. Renatus iOS is the most sophisticated, most robust software program for real estate investing that I know of anywhere on the planet. And instead of me going into a litany of features and all the benefits and all the cool things that we have to offer here, here's what I'd like to do. I'm just going to play you a little video which is going to demonstrate some of these features so that you can see the value of having a tool like this to help you find deals, not just in your local market, but all over the country. Let's roll the video. In Renatus, we help create wealth for you and generations of people that look like you. As technology advances, the tools change, and having the best tool for the job gives you the best chance for success. Renatus iOS provides the tools so that you can be ready at every stage of every transaction. It all starts with getting the leads that your business needs. Renatus iOS gives you access to motivated sellers through lists of absentee owners, homeowners, and pre-foreclosure. Now you can sell your properties and contracts to cash buyers and renters from software leads lists. Gain access to private lender leads and potential investment funds. That may be all you need to take your business to the next level. And all of this is delivered on demand exactly when you need it. Engage your leads using field-tested direct mail campaigns written by expert copywriters. Schedule pieces to be sent automatically without ever having to touch a pen or paper. Handwriting machines use real pens, not printers, to do all the work for you while giving your potential clients a personal and professional touch. Create a website for your business in 5 minutes or less. Professional, modern, mobile optimized, and most importantly, high converting. Cultivate a relationship with your website leads and position yourself as the authority in the market by engaging your leads with pre-written email campaigns and ebooks that are automatically sent out over time. Let the Renatus iOS software guide you through the right series of questions to ask at the right times. Start getting the information you need from the first seller's phone call. Then you're going to capture and store all of the data without the manual entry so that you can quickly make the right decisions about potential properties and clients. Renatus iOS will also help you estimate repairs like a seasoned contractor. Let experts guide you through the process, using accurate pricing from your area and then giving you an itemized breakdown, room by room, so you never miss a detail. Be organized and ready for negotiations. Put together your rehab scope of work reports, complete with product SKUs, work notes, and images ready to print. Get the best bids quickly while keeping your contractors on budget and on time. Renatus iOS will help generate comparable sales data in seconds straight from the MLS using relevant criteria. You can now analyze deals faster and more efficiently without having to contact a realtor or a broker. From the comfort of your own home or office, compare different exit strategies side by side so you can make better offers, avoid costly mistakes, and be prepared for conversations with private lenders. Resell the property using mobile and voice marketing campaigns that are automated, designed to sell, and that build your buyer's list all while you sleep. Our software allows you to manage the closing process, documents, faxes, contacts, and your offer packages from anywhere in the world via the internet. Do all of this from one system that's available anywhere on any device at any time. Now is the time, and Renatus iOS is the tool to help you create massive success. Log into your account now as a member of the Renatus community and sign up for a free trial. As you can see, Renatus iOS is a valuable tool, and a tool is what any professional uses to increase the speed and efficiency with which they get the job done. This is a tool you do not want to be without because it can help you find deals, like I mentioned before, in this market or all across the country. It can help you to manage your deals. It can help you to put together cost analysis on rehabs. What a powerful tool, and we're fortunate to have it as a part of our Renatus program. Now, let's dig into a little better understanding as to, how you get involved, what that's going to mean to you, and, what the acquisition costs are for involving yourself in our education system. First of all, the Essentials program, the Essentials. Now, I told you before, this is 10 different instructors. It's over 60 full hours of powerful education. You got another, 55 hours every single week throughout the year for group coaching. You're going to be plugged into your local community as you attend some of their study groups and support systems. All of that for $2,497. $2,497. I've seen competitors sell a whole lot less than this for $5,000, $6,000, $8,000, even $10,000. $2,497. And this is online, on-demand education. Now, there's another nice benefit to this too, is that if you should choose to come in and be a part of our studio audience anytime we're refreshing a course or creating a new one that's going to go in the Essentials program, you're welcome to come to the Renatus studio, be a part of the studio audience, and interact live with the instructor. And we've got a lot of folks around the country that love to have that level of engagement. But here's another thing that is really powerful about this program. You not only have access for a learning partner to join you in your journey of education, meaning you're the primary, you're the account holder, but you can extend that offer to a learning partner, whether you have a business partner, a spouse, or someone else that you would like to go through these classes with you. You can do that. The other thing is this, is that after your first year of redemption, we give you complimentary lifetime access. I'm going to get into the definition of that in a little bit here, but here's what it really means. It means this, that you're going to have access to every single class we refresh. In other words, we're updating our classes all the time. And anytime we put a new class in the Essentials course, well, then you're going to get it, and you're going to get it for free and not pay another dime. So this is $2,497 so that you can enjoy this level of education and engagement in Renatus for as long as you want to stay with the program. The Profits course, the Profits course. I truly believe that we can go business to business. We can go out there to talk to anyone who wants to be in business for themselves, whether it's a real estate investor, whether it's a dentist, a doctor, whether it's a political advisor, whatever it is. And this course will have powerful information to help them tee up a much better drive, right? Drive, you get that. The Profits course is $3,747. Again, it gives you a 12-month redemption, learning partner access, and a complimentary lifetime access. Then, let's say you say, well, I want to start with the Essentials and the Profits course. We have what's called the Profits combo, and there's the number on that. It's $6,244 to purchase both of those combined. Our AIT Extreme Plus package has all of the classes that we just outlined, and I know it takes a while to go through that extensive list, but all 11 AIT learning paths, live education in studio as well as streaming online on demand. You get 6 one-on-one coaching sessions with our live real estate coach, weekly group coaching. You also get to plug into that as well. Downloadable audio, 12-month redemption, learning partner access. There's also a number of bonus classes that we showed you along with the 11 different learning paths, and complimentary lifetime access. We put complimentary lifetime access in place January 1st of 2015. There were individuals who purchased our education at that time, where they received, it was right around 30 different classes. Well, guess what? Today, these individuals are sitting at over 60 full-day classes. They've never paid us anything more for our education, but we just continue to give and to give and to give. Why? Because in Renatus, it's all about student outcomes. We want to help you over time to become the person of your dreams. and to get the results that you're looking for. And that can't happen in a 3-day boot camp. It can't happen in a short period of time to try to teach you a certain subject. It happens over time. Now, while we've got some individuals who inside of 24 to 48 hours are really digging into their classes, inside of their first month they're out there making offers and starting to do deals, we've got other individuals who literally, because of their past and the programming of their upbringing, they may have a little bit of a delay. It may take them 2, 3, 4 years before they finally go, all right, I got the courage and the know-how and the confidence to pull the buying trigger and start doing real estate transactions. The good news is we don't leave them along the way. We bring them on the way. $22,497 is what that program's all about. And if you wanted everything we've got here, the Essentials course, the Profits course, the AIT Extreme Plus package, all of that is our Epics combo, which stands for Essentials, Profits, and Extreme Plus, right? Our Epics combo is $28,741. Now, a lot of times people go, whoa, Bob, that's still a chunk of change. Well, it depends. I mean, it really depends on how you view money. I'm a big believer in this, that the best investment we can ever make is the one we make in ourselves. Now, these are educational courses. That's what we sell, is educational services. But I view it as a little different. So to put it in the proper context, the most valuable real estate you will ever invest in your life is the 6 inches between your ears. Chew on that for a little bit. How do we do this? Well, there's a number of ways that we can do it. If someone wants to purchase our education at $24,997 up to $28,741, we extend to them a payment plan. It's another courtesy we offer. All they've got to do is put down a down payment. The down payments are listed on the various offerings here on your screen. That down payment then sets you in place so that we can get you on the payment plan, and then you've just got a monthly payment that lasts anywhere between 18 months at the Essentials to up to 36 months for the Epics combo with the appropriate monthly payments as they've been outlined. But how would you like to see another way to get started where you could get started at a discount? A big discount. Here's what we offer to individuals. We offer this, a one-time cash discount so that you can get started with this incredible education. Now, cash to us is anything that pays us, in full up front rather than extends, over time. So it doesn't really matter how you find those resources, and we're going to share with you different ideas and different ways that you can find sources of funding. But if you can do it on the Essentials program, instead of $24,997, it's a $500 discount that brings it down to $19,997. You get a $750 discount on Profits. You get a $1,250 discount on the Profits combo. You get a $4,500 discount on the Extreme Plus and a $5,750 discount on the Epics combo. You just have to choose the discount that you want to enjoy. Do you want $500 savings or do you want $5,750 savings? The choice is yours. And in a little bit, we're going to give you ideas as to how you can find the money so that you can enjoy these powerful cash discounts right out of the gate and save money on your education. One of my favorite quotes is from Benjamin Franklin. He says this, "If you think education is expensive, try ignorance." Try ignorance. Now, we believe very firmly in specialized knowledge. Renatus is not a degree-granting educational facility. We teach people specialized knowledge, right? And because of what we do, we don't offer a degree, we don't offer a certificate, we're not accredited, and we don't want to be. And we hope you understand, the value in that because it allows us a little more freedom of movement to teach you the specifics of what you need to know without all the clutter of general education that kind of goes along with that. The complimentary lifetime access, that just allows people to stay with us for an extended period of time. It really does. And you can read this, but what it really comes down to is individuals are able to participate with us and they can access all of their classes, all of their content in a 12-month period of time. We call that the redemption period. As long as they are in good standing with the company, following that 12-month redemption period, guess what happens? We convert them over to complimentary lifetime access. That means that anytime we do a new class, they get it for free as long as it's going to be placed in the package that they purchased. That means that anytime, we refresh a class, because we're constantly updating classes because things change and we want to make sure our education is relevant and accurate for all of our students. They get those for free. Now, we define lifetime as the lifetime of the website, right? Because, well, we want this thing to last long beyond us, and we believe that Renatus, we do everything we can with Renatus to make sure that it outlives us all, right? The website has been alive and well since, well, January 1st of 2011, and we're going strong. So I want to make sure that we disclose that so you know how that works. Here's another thing. As we talk about the importance of the network in Renatus, I want to teach you a principle that was taught to me many years ago by a good friend. His name is Mark Victor Hansen. Now, Mark Victor Hansen and his partner Jack Canfield wrote all the books, the Chicken Soup for the Soul books. You're probably familiar with that. Mark had, he had his own, he had his own TV shows, he had his own radio shows. He is a best-selling author, one of the most extraordinarily successful authors in all of history. And he taught me an important principle. He says, Bob, he said, your net worth is very much determined by your network. It's who you hang around with, who you spend time with, how they influence your decision that really makes the big difference. I thought, wow, that's a pretty powerful concept. And then he hit me with something for clarity. He said, so if you want to change your life, change your friends. Wow, what a concept there. See, what we do in Renatus is we surround you with like-minded, entrepreneurially driven people that are all out there learning together, growing together, and they're out there, finding their way through the real estate market, with our help and assistance through the classes that we offer. We love the fact that what we have is as we refer to it, is the Renatus family. And we've got great people all across the country, many of which have even gone to putting on and hosting intensives, real estate workshops, just as additional support for the people that bought the education who live in their communities. They do study groups on a regular basis, and they get together and they encourage each other in social settings, so you really become a part of something that is much bigger than you. You'll also find that we really focus on helping our people in this company understand a simple concept, that it needs to be about cooperation, not about competition, because the concept of team is this: together, everyone achieves more. Well, that brings me to this slide. There's another way that we market the Renatus education that is very different. I told you before, we are not a seminar company. Don't even want to go down that road. We want people to get results. We want people to be driven by the success of their involvement in this company and all the incredible, powerful classes they have available to them and the encouragement they have from like-minded entrepreneurial students who have joined us along the way. Because of that, we've also found that word-of-mouth advertising and marketing is the most effective way for us to get the word out. We don't do email campaigns. We don't do advertising blitzes. We don't have billboards and infomercials and full-page, ads in magazines and newspapers. We don't do any of that. Instead, what we do is we take all of those dollars that would be spent for advertising and we bring them back in and we share them with our independent contracted marketers. So you could actually become what we call an ICM if you should have a desire to do so. We found that a lot of our students say, I'm just in here for business and real estate. We've got others that are like, well, why wouldn't I do that? What if I could show you a powerful way to start earning another $125 to $11,200 per sale? I mean, what would that do for you? I do want to throw out a disclaimer though. Here's what it is. It says there is no product purchase required to participate in the Renatus income opportunity. All scenarios of income generated are for explanation purposes only and in no way a guarantee of income. Each individual experience that you're going to hear, because we got a lot of testimonials, a lot of Renatus reviews, they are all individual to the individual that's telling the story. I mean, not everybody is going to be what we call average or typical or whatever it might be. Some participants will earn more money, some will earn less, and some will make nothing at all. And I need to be really clear about that because it's a business and it requires work, right? Income is only derived from selling Renatus courses, and there is no income earned for signing people up in the program. Success in Renatus requires dedication and effort to sell the real estate education services, which is, the reason why we believe in word of mouth. Now, I'm going to introduce you to a concept. It's called the Renatus Well Cycle. Here's what it is. First and foremost, we encourage our ICMs to get out there and sell the education. Why? Because it's the lowest risk to highest probability of reward compensation that we can think of here. You can enroll for nothing, or I should say you enroll for very little, $197 to become an ICM. Then you can go out and sell the education, and you can make anywhere between $125 to $11,200 a sale. Then you study the education. Why? Well, you know what? If you want to be a real estate investor, then you need to know how that works. So you can sell the education, study the education, and then combine what you've learned with what you've earned so that you can go out there and do more real estate deals. That's what we call the Renatus Wealth Cycle, and that seems to be a pretty attractive offering for a lot of people who take a look at our program, which is the reason why word-of-mouth advertising is so powerful to us. Now, I do want to say this. We've talked about a lot of different things today. We've talked about our educational offerings. We talked about our Essentials course. We talked about the Profits course. We talked about the Extreme Plus package. We actually have a few other options that are available, but those are always the most popular, and that's the reason why we drill down on those. I would encourage you to take a look at our real estate disclosure packet, which is going to give you a breakdown of everything we offer and all the pricing, so that if you missed it on this video, you're going to be able to receive that. And we'll get that information to you via email, or you can receive that directly from the person who invited you to take a look at this. A lot of times people are going, well, okay, what do we do now? Well, I just want to have a quick reminder, and that is, if you always do what you've always done, then you're always going to have what you have right now, right? So it's time for you many times to choose a new path. I don't think we'd be having this conversation if you were totally satisfied with where you're at. We want to help you in your unsatisfaction to move forward to find that again, and to realize your hopes and your dreams. Wayne Gretzky said this. He said, you always miss 100% of the shots you never take. Oh my goodness, I'm telling you, you do not want to miss this one, because Renatus is the shot of a lifetime. Shot of a lifetime. So what's the next step? Here it is. Here's the next step. Right beyond the end of this video, you're going to have a questionnaire. That questionnaire is going to pop up, and I encourage you to fill out that questionnaire. Why? Because it'll help us to better understand what your level of interest is and where your interest lies, so that we can do a better job meeting your needs and answering questions and getting you the information and understanding that you're looking for. Fill out the questionnaire. Then beyond the questionnaire, it's going to go into helping you better understand some of the best ways and best options to get started with us in our educational program in Renatus. Beyond that, you're going to find out there's all sorts of different sources of funding available to you. Things that you've never even thought of. I mean, everything from tapping into your IRA or 401k to being able to, tap into credit cards and savings and what we call love money. That means, if you got somebody who loves you, sometimes they'll invest in you. There's a lot of different ways for you to do that. There's also outside financing companies that can offer their assistance. Don't let the money hold you back. We've got plenty of ways for individuals to get started with us, whether they have the cash or they need to go out and find it. You just have to answer the question for yourself. What is your future worth? What do you want to accomplish? What do you want to do? What do you want to become? What do you want to contribute? How is your mark on the world going to have lasting impact? And how are you going to build something that now you can pass on as a legacy to future generations? Those are a lot of the same questions that I asked as I moved forward as an entrepreneur to figure out where I was going and what I was doing. I'm telling you, what we've created in Renatus is unlike anything else I've ever seen, and I'm sure you're saying that now, that it's unlike anything you've ever seen, where you can get access to this level of content, this level of professionalism and instructors and students that are out there doing deals to support you in reaching your dreams. Next step, click on the link, go to the questionnaire, and let's find out together how we can best serve you and how we can assist you in moving forward to go out there and really take on life in a big way and win big. I appreciate your time, and I'm going to look forward to seeing you at either one of our live events upcoming or maybe one of our Zoom calls that we've got scheduled. Thanks, everybody. Good day, and God bless.